Hello and welcome everybody, and it's your boy on Fireman. Today, boys and girls, we have a special treat for you as always. Now today, as you see, our boy Jamie here is in burnout, and there's a reason for that. For today's video, I'm gonna talk about the Burnout Infinite, so to speak. Cammy has a really wonderful way to take you back to the corner if you're in burnout, and basically she will loop you over and over again, and if the opponent have no idea how to deal with it, you will actually be sent back to the corner, and eventually you'll be stunned. So after the chip damage, after all of that, you will basically get a as you saw, basically a stun there. Now the idea here is, when I talked about if you saw any clips of Punk or Sonic Soul, they basically use the heavy punch into spin and knuckle, right? Now the spin and knuckle, we usually say that we want to do the heavy spin and knuckle because it's safe on block, right? And it's +3. Now the idea here is we're not gonna use the heavy one anymore, we're gonna use the light one. The reason why is, if we use the heavy one in this case, something like this will happen. Let me change the frame here. So if we do heavy into a let's say we do a heavy into spinning, as you see, I will get counter hits, right? On the other hand, if I do a heavy into a light, he will not get his turn, even it will chain. So that's what we will abuse here. We will abuse the heavy into a light spinning knuckle, because as I said before, the light spinning knuckle will become +1 on block. That means after the light spinning knuckle, since it's +1, we get to use a light. So now we have a 3 chain, right? And we have a 2 chain and a frame trap. So we do this into this, right? Now the idea is to loop that, right? Now if you guys remember correctly, last time in my video I told you that sometimes lights will put you far enough that people won't be basically able to retaliate, right? And if we do this correctly, let's see here. So if we do boom boom boom, right, and he will basically do a light there. Now I'm very far away, right, and I want to keep the chain going, so I'm gonna repeat with a heavy. Now the idea is to do this if he doesn't do a light punch. Now the idea is to do this boom boom boom, and to do this boom boom, right? And we rinse and repeat, right? We do this over and over and over and over and over, right? But there's a little bit of a trick here. It's actually punishable. So if we do this into this, as you see, it won't let me do the heavy here. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to delay the heavy punch a tiny bit, simply a tiny bit, right? And the crouching light punch will still connect. It will still I will still use it basically here. So it's gonna be boom boom, right? It counter hits. Now it's gonna be the same thing, but after the light, I'm gonna delay the heavy punch a slight bit so he can whiff it, and I can basically do it will basically punish counter, and it will look like this, right? So it's extremely easy and very effective, right? So always make sure that you get the timing right, and it's like this: boom 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 boom. As you see, it will basically keep looping over and over and over, and at this point the only thing that he can do is basically he has to use an invincible super, right? And that's the only thing that you have to look for, is an invincible super. He can DP, he can do nothing in this case. If you time your loop right, it will not connect. He will not basically be able to do anything to you. And as I'm gonna repeat it again, heavy punch into light spinning knuckle. again, it's only light spin and knuckle. Again, light spin and knuckle, guys. Enjoy the video. Comment if you want to see anything about Cammy, or you want to ask me anything about Cammy. Make sure to put it in the comments below. And yeah, enjoy and subscribe.